Hey everyone, welcome to an early film review of Dune. I know you guys said early, but yep. Right now it's 6 o'clock where I am, and I am reviewing Dune. Yep. Welcome back to Unpaid Film Critic. It's been a while, yeah. Finals kicked my ass, so I'm done with finals, so I'm gonna celebrate by reviewing Dune. What can I say about this film? Well, if you liked Star Wars and you wanted a more art style and more like what if Villeneuve directed Star Wars? Well, you basically got Dune. And you ask me, well, is Dune based on the Dune is based on the book written by Frank Herbert, released in 1960s. So it predates Star Wars. It actually predates Star Wars by a couple of years. Not by a lot, but it predates a couple of years, and you can definitely see places um where where um where George Lucas got inspiration from Dune, which is very interesting because Dune is very it's one of my favorite films. I would probably I mean it got nominated for Oscars and won some of them. I was just wondering. I mean, yeah. So Dune Part 1 was actually nominated for 1, 2, 5 Oscars, and it won. Actually, it was nominated for not 5. It was nominated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was actually nominated for 11 or so Oscars, and it only won and it did not win 1, 2, 4, and it did not win 4 of them. It lost 4 of those awards, which I can say here or there, but it did win Best Sound. It did win Original Score, which is amazing. It won Product Design, which I thought was amazing and then the cinematography. I really enjoyed it. The film editing of this film and the film sound. It really uses a lot of bagpipes. If you've seen the film or heard the score, there's a lot of a lot of bagpipes, which I love it when they use unique instruments that aren't really used that much in film. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most interesting film things I've ever seen. Is this one of my films? This is one of my favorite films, based off of a really lovely science fiction book that I really enjoyed. I actually wrote a video essay on it. I actually wrote a essay on Lady Jessica's character, which I will be doing. I will be releasing more reviews probably about different, not really factions in Dune, but I will be releasing more videos about different factions probably just because certain factions will probably if I try to explain everything about this movie from a lore perspective, we would be here all day. So I'll just be doing it from a film perspective right now. Do I think this is a watch? I think this is an absolutely watch. Watch it wherever you can. I don't care if you watch on your phone, watch it on your TV, watch it on your tablet, watch it on your computer. As long as you watch it. Now, if you're wondering how I'm going to see Dune Part 2, well, I'm watching that in 70mm IMAX. I'm watching on the foundation how they shot Dune 2, which I think is just phenomenal. I saw Oppenheimer that way, and I saw Tenet that way when Tenet was released. I will have a review out for Tenet soon. I just have to fucking think about that film more, because that film is very interesting in content. But Dune, I loved Dune. I even named my whole period. Yeah, if you didn't know, my name was you. My YouTube channel was previously going to just be called House of Atreides Film Reviews, and the whole entire series was going to be me saying good morning or good evening or hi. This is House of Atreides Film Reviews, and I had the little icon on there of their establishment. There, yeah. I was a huge Atreides fan because I watched the movies and read the books. Ah, I was a huge fan. I was a fanboy, definitely. Um, Honestly, I really enjoyed Dune 1. I thought it was really good. I really recommend Dune 1. Truly, I think it was one of my favorite films of 2020, of the 2022 Oscars. I really enjoyed it, although I do think, yes, Coda was, like, also really good, but I'm a huge Dune fan, so I'm in love than Dune 1. Than Dune, like, 1, so many. Because I was hyped for Dune. But going back to, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed, a lot of the films. I mean, I really enjoyed Dune. Like, Dune, I think, is an amazing. Let me just get back to the plot to explain it more. So they go to Arrakis to basically set up a colony, and yeah, that's basically the idea. Like going to different planets, setting up colonies, setting up like talking about friendships with the tribesmen or the Fremen, or as they call them, and getting caught up with them. So Duncan Idaho does that. And yes, I am talking a lot about the prologue, but I'm not. I'm leaving a lot out. Like there's a lot I haven't covered. Like I haven't really covered the Jesuit plot, what the Arcanids are doing, but it's, let's just say, shit goes south very fast, and it's very interesting to watch how you see the violence in this film. It is very creative. There is a lot of hand-to-hand combat because they have armor, which cannot be pierced by blasters. It can only be pierced by swords, and these swords are really small. So it's kind of like you have to fight them. Basically, taking on a lot of guys having knife fights with each other. It's kind of like knives or like daggers, and you basically have to like fight them somehow. I have no clue. Like fight them like I do have it. I do know how it works. Like you have to shatter them, but you can't really because it's a very interesting film. It's a very interesting like armor system where you have to like they're getting close a lot. So like being able to taking on a whole bunch of people is gonna be pretty easy. And then other stuff happens, not as easy. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Dune. I truly recommend Dune to anyone who wants to get into sci-fi. I just truly recommend you watch Dune or watch anything that New does because I love the director. I think he's one of my favorites. I think he outbeats Christopher Nolan. I think he outbeats Christopher Nolan in film. I love Christopher Nolan. Like recently, I've fallen in love with him. Yes, I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't really watch a lot of his stuff. I probably watched like only the 3 Batman films, and I never really watched any of his other films because I don't know. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to like appreciate more films and watch more films and review more films. So yeah, I really enjoy Dune. I think Dune is excellent. Now you're asking me what else can I say about Dune that I'm not said before. Well, if you want to get in, I don't really want to spoil Dune, but I gave you a little synopsis of basically they go to Arrakis and stuff goes south, and and I actually am such a film guy. I actually took one of the quotes from Dune. It was, I must not fear death, for fear is the mind killer. Fear is a little death." I must not fear death. Fear is a mind killer. Fear is a little death that brings total obliteration. I must face my fear. I will permeate it and pass over me and through me. And when it is gone, I will turn my inner eye. And so on and so on. And it's a really good line, and I really think it encapsulates basically how not to be afraid as much. And I really enjoyed it. There's many other lines I could have picked, but I'm really excited for Dune. Watching Dune Part 2 today. But yeah, so Dune 1, I really recommend it. It was one of my favorite films of 2021, and it inspired me to make this YouTube channel. Yes, it was probably the only film to probably get me into making this film channel. I'm probably thinking if it wasn't for this film, if it was for that film, I don't know if I would have made a film channel. I don't know if I would have like started up this whole film channel journey. I don't know if any of you guys would have like thought of like what I thought of film. Like probably you would if you knew me, but if you didn't really know me, if you only knew me through my videos. I mean, I truly think that I just liked how this video made me appreciate film so much that I decided to make a YouTube channel on it. I know this is a very lengthy review and I didn't really talk about Dune as much. I'm trying to keep it vague because I don't want to spoil Dune because I think Dune is really well crafted. And yeah, that was my thoughts on Dune. I really enjoyed it. I think the cinematography is amazing. Sound is excellent. I do enjoy the costume design. The costume design is very interesting, and I duly liked the other type of films. Like another type of film, but I really like the cinematography. Cinematography is excellent. I'm talking about that. I really enjoyed the product design. How they actually shot on location. They didn't really shoot on Arrakis, but where they shot, it was very difficult to actually shoot because they actually had to like shoot when it wasn't like in the morning or at night because in the afternoon it was just hot. And the film editing was amazing. I really enjoyed the film editing on how it just totally the CGI and being shot on location really flowed in together really nicely. Not a lot of films do that. Some films rely on too much on CGI, some don't, and you can really tell when one is and one doesn't. And for this film, you don't really. And I really enjoyed that. The sound, it did get nominated for Best Picture, although it lost. It did get nominated for Best Costume Design and did not win that. And Adapted Screenplay, they did not win, which I am very interested to see how next Oscar is going to do. Because I guarantee Dune Part 2 is, from what I read, people are calling it the Empire Strikes Back of this day and age. What I mean is my generation's version of Empire Strikes Back. Which goes to tell you how psyched people are to watch this film. This film is super, insane. I can't wait to watch it. I am thrilled. This film, I woke up, I think 2 hours earlier just to make this review to talk about why I love Dune so much. I mean, the cinema, how they've shot the sandworms, probably the sandworms are probably references if you don't know. I think if it was for this film, I don't know if we would have gotten Tremors. Don't worry, I'll talk about that right now. Okay, so you're wondering why is this film? Why are you saying it's like Tremors? Well, so there's these giant worms in the sand, and if you make noise, they come. So my theory is, sandworms in this film were what people thought. Oh, what if that was just a horror movie? And these sandworms are massive. Yeah, those sandworms are very massive and very gigantic in size. They can just swallow people up. Yeah, and Dune is very political as well. If you look from the political messaging of its anti-colonialist views on the world and how colonization always leads to violence, always leads to uprisings, how basically relying on one country's natural natural resource and like draining it is bad because it'll lead for that country's people to resent you and want to rebel and then start blowing up your own places. Yeah, and it also talks about religion and how fanatical people can be about religion and how religion can also lead to violence. Dune, very interesting. I'm not saying politics it's a bad thing. I'm just saying there is politics in Dune, and I really enjoyed the politics. I really enjoyed everything that Dune had to offer. I really enjoyed it. I think you guys should watch it. It is on Max, so if you have a Max account, basically HBO Max or Max, I don't know what they're calling these streaming services nowadays. I watch things on disc sometimes when I can. Yeah, yeah. I really recommend Dune. All right, that's my review of Dune Part 1. Yeah, my Dune Part 1 review. I'm thrilled for Dune Part 2. So I'll see you all again tomorrow for another review, probably Dune 2. And bye-bye. Long live the fighters.